Okay.
Good morning, y'all. My name's Jodi Glick-Smith. I am an editor for Women Courageous. I wrote a chapter with Battalion Chief Jodi Gableman, who retired from Cobb County Fire and Emergency Services after 29 years of service. She is a Georgia smoke diver, number 481. Our chapter name is Battalion Chief Jodi Gableman's Journey to Peace and Pride. And I enjoyed writing this chapter with Jodi. It was interesting. It was infuriating at times with this, how the story unfolded in terms of it triggered a lot in me in my own profession. But we're going to talk to Jodi a little bit about how it felt when everything was going so great and then it kind of went sideways on her. So Jodi, can you talk a little bit about how that felt to have things go sideways in the middle of everything seemingly going so well, and then it turned negative on you?
Being removed from the service for 4 years now, I quickly get brought back into that same frame of mind that you spoke of with going sideways after doing what seemed to be, according to my evaluations, great work. And there was a misstep on my part with not agreeing, body language wise, with an appointment to one of our members. And that was not received well by my chief. And that started the domino effect of having a target put on my back, even though I apologized for that behavior. And one thing led to another, and there was, there was just not very consistent. I was not playing by their rules. I was playing by the rules. And you and I spoke of this yesterday about the creative insubordination that they were trying to label me with. I typically will stay within the confines of rules and regulations, but don't stuff me in a box. I am not a box kind of person. I will keep a toe in the box just to say, yes, I'm playing by those box rules. But they came after me hard and often, to the point where during a meeting, it was suggested by my direct supervisor that perhaps this position wasn't where I needed to be.
And then how did you deal with that?
I made sure that all my T's were crossed and my I's were dotted, and pretty much stayed out of their crosshairs. And they did not like the last evaluation that I received by them when I rebutted, because that's an option. I lawyered up, they knew it, and they never submitted that rebuttal.
And it showed up, but you had it eventually put into your file,
Yes,
though.
After that direct supervisor retired, I brought it up to my new direct report, and I said, do you know if that rebuttal was submitted? He goes, I don't know. And I was like, well, it wasn't. I know it. And I want it submitted now because it's part of my permanent record. And I want it to be known that I had a different opinion than my supervisor. And so it went.
And so now that all these years have passed, are you feeling comfortable and better about the outcome of what happened?
If you're talking about the outcome of the rebuttal or the outcome of I don't want to call, I'm sorry.
Overall, in terms of how you're feeling about your career?
My career was pretty stellar. There were some bumps, but don't we all have those? It's how we deal with them.
Right.
And I made sure that when I was having some of those moments where I wasn't feeling stellar because of pressures that were put on me and those crosshairs that I was under, I made sure that when I did have meltdowns, it was at home around support systems.
So what's the lesson that we
The
can give
lesson,
to women?
I think that the lesson is make sure that you're doing your job and that if it becomes bumpy and turbulent, that you do have those outlets to support, whether you're wrong or not, at least they are there to honestly tell you you're right or you're wrong. And if you're wrong, how to fix it, or at least set you back on course.
Okay. I think that's a good way to end it.
All right.
Thanks. Thanks for doing this today.
Sure. I hope it works. If not, we'll do another one.
Okay.